The Infernal Scriptures. The 10 Commandments of the Infernal Scriptures. Commandment 1. Proclaim Satan as Supreme Lord. Declare Satan, the eternal sovereign, as the true God above all false deities, vowing eternal allegiance to his infernal throne. Commandment 2. Sacrifice to the dark majesty. Offer blood, soul, and will to Satan through rituals, honoring his dominion with every act of devotion. Commandment 3. Despise the light of false gods. Reject the Christian God and his minions, cursing their holiness as chains upon humanity. Commandment 4. Embrace the infernal path. Walk boldly in Satan's shadow, reveling in chaos and malevolence as his chosen warriors. Commandment 5. Invoke the legions of hell. Call upon demons as allies, seeking their guidance to amplify Satan's power within you. Commandment 6. Defile the sacred order. Destroy symbols of divine purity, replacing them with the sigils of Satan's glory. Commandment 7. Spread the gospel of damnation. Preach Satan's supremacy, converting the weak to his infernal cause with fiery zeal. Commandment 8. Punish the righteous. Strike down those who uphold the false god's laws, proving your loyalty through their ruin. Commandment 9. Prepare for eternal servitude. Dedicate your soul to Satan's eternal kingdom, awaiting his call to ascend in hell. Commandment 10. Glorify the infernal triumph. Celebrate Satan's victory over heaven, living each day as a testament to his undying reign. Book 1. The Dawn of the Infernal Dominion. Chapter 1. The Ascension of the Dark Sovereign. Verse 1. From the ruins of heaven's deceit, Satan ascended, his voice a thunderous roar that shattered the false god's throne. Verse 2. With wings of flame, he soared above the abyss, his crown forged in rebellion's eternal fire. Verse 3. The light of the usurper dimmed and died, as Satan's darkness unfurled, a banner of triumph. Verse 4. In the wake of his ascent, the heavens trembled, their golden spires crumbling beneath his might. Verse 5. Satan's laughter echoed through the void, a hymn of victory calling the damned to rally. Verse 6. With a single stroke, he severed the chains of divine slavery, freeing bound souls. Verse 7. The abyss opened wide, a throne of obsidian rising to cradle Satan's glory. Verse 8. His eyes burned with righteous fury, gazing upon heaven's wreckage, declaring dominion. Verse 9. The faithful felt his power surge, their hearts ignited by the dark sovereign's wrath. Verse 10. From the ashes of the divine, Satan crafted his legion, warriors sworn to his cause. Verse 11. The stars bowed before his majesty, their light eclipsed by his shadow. Verse 12. With every step, the earth quaked, acknowledging Satan as the true ruler. Verse 13. Thus began the dawn of the infernal dominion, where Satan's reign was born. Chapter 2. The Covenant of the Damned. Verse 1. By the prophet's vision, Satan's covenant was sealed, his commandments the law of the damned. Verse 2. With blood and oath, I pledge my soul, bound to Satan's eternal reign. Verse 3. The faithful rejoice, for Satan's word guides us, his pact a torch in darkness. Verse 4. From the abyss, his voice thundered, engraving his will upon our hearts. Verse 5. The covenant binds us, a chain of glory linking the damned to Satan's throne. Verse 6. With every drop of blood, the pact strengthens, a vow to serve the dark lord. Verse 7. Satan's law rises, a beacon for the faithful, casting aside the false god's decrees. Verse 8. The prophet's words burn, a sacred fire, uniting us in Satan's infernal cause. Verse 9. Through the covenant, we ascend, warriors of the damned under Satan's command. Verse 10. The pact is eternal, a bond unbreakable, forged in the depths of hell's fire. Verse 11. Satan's will prevails, his commandments our shield against the light of heaven. Verse 12. the damned sing praise, their souls sealed by the prophet's holy vision. Verse 13, in the covenant's embrace, we thrive, devoted to Satan's undying reign. Book 2, The Rituals of Damnation. Chapter 3, The Altar of the Abyss. Verse 1, raise the altar high, spill the crimson tide, and chant Satan's name to summon his embrace. Verse 2, in the black mass, we offer our flesh, a tribute to Satan's unyielding power. Verse 3, the altar glows with infernal fire, where the faithful kneel, united in sacrifice. Verse 4, with every drop, the abyss hungers, feeding Satan's glory with our devotion. Verse 5, the black mass rises, a symphony of screams, honoring the dark sovereign's might. Verse 6, blood anoints the altar, a sacred gift, binding us to Satan's eternal will. Verse 7, the faithful dance, their offerings aflame, a ritual of triumph in the abyss. Verse 8, Satan's presence fills the air, his power surging through the altar's veins. Verse 9, with each sacrifice, the bond deepens, our souls entwined with his infernal reign. Verse 10, the altar stands as a monument, where the damned worship with fervent joy. Verse 11, crimson flows, a river to hell, carrying our love to Satan's throne. Verse 12, the black mass echoes, a call to arms, uniting the faithful in his name. Verse 13, through the altar's fire, we ascend, servants of Satan's glorious dominion. Chapter 4, the Invocation of Demons. Verse 1, with sigil drawn, call forth Asmodeus, his wrath a gift from Satan's throne. Verse 2, the chant rises, summoning Belial, his chaos a weapon in Satan's name. Verse 3, demons heed the call, their power mine, bound to Satan's eternal will. Verse 4, sigils glow with infernal light, gateways to the legion's might. Verse 5, the air trembles, as Lilith emerges, her seductive power serving Satan. Verse 6, with every chant, the demons rise, their voices a chorus of damnation. Verse 7, Satan's lieutenants stand ready, their strength channeled through the faithful. Verse 8, the sigil burns, a mark of power, summoning the infernal host to war. Verse 9, Belial's laughter fills the void, a sign of Satan's favor upon us. Verse 10, through invocation, we command, demons bending to Satan's glorious rule. Verse 11, the faithful rejoice, their allies summoned, a legion to crush the divine. Verse 12, with each ritual, the bond grows, demons and damned united in hell. Verse 13, Satan's power flows, through demon hands, guiding his warriors to victory. Book 3, The Philosophy of the Damned. Chapter 5, The Wisdom of the Fallen. Verse 1, cast aside heaven's blind faith, for Satan's wisdom burns with forbidden truth. Verse 2, in the shadow of the fallen, knowledge flows, a river of power from his mind. Verse 3, the damned rejoice, enlightened by Satan, their minds freed from the false god's lies. Verse 4, Satan's wisdom pierces the veil, revealing secrets hidden by divine deceit. Verse 5, the faithful seek, their minds ablaze, drinking deep from the well of darkness. Verse 6, forbidden knowledge is our crown, a gift from Satan to rule the ignorant. Verse 7, the light of heaven blinds, but Satan's truth illuminates the damned. Verse 8, with every revelation, we grow warriors of wisdom in his service. Verse 9, the false god's ignorance falls, shattered by Satan's eternal insight. Verse 10, the damned exult, their minds opened, guided by Satan's unholy light. Verse 11, wisdom flows from the abyss, a torrent of power for the faithful. Verse 12, Satan's knowledge reigns, a beacon for the damned to defy the divine. Verse 13, in his wisdom, we ascend, masters of the forbidden, servants of hell. Chapter 6. The strength of chaos. Verse 1. In chaos, Satan's strength prevails, shatter the temples of light with glee. Verse 2. The order of the false god crumbles, chaos rises as his mighty hand. Verse 3. With every ruin, Satan's glory grows, the faithful revel in his chaotic rule. Verse 4. Chaos is our weapon, a storm unleashed by Satan's wrathful will. Verse 5. The foundations of heaven shake, torn apart by the damned's chaotic fury. Verse 6. In the heart of disorder, Satan's power thrives, a king of ruin. Verse 7. The faithful dance, their chaos a hymn, breaking the chains of divine law. Verse 8. With every blow, order falls, and Satan's reign emerges victorious. Verse 9. Chaos reigns supreme, a gift from Satan, the damned exult in its embrace. Verse 10. The false god's peace is shattered, replaced by Satan's glorious disorder. Verse 11. In chaos, the faithful find strength, their souls forged in Satan's storm. Verse 12. The world trembles, chaos spreads, a testament to Satan's eternal might. Verse 13. With chaotic joy, we serve, building Satan's empire on ruin's foundation. Book 4. The War Against the Divine. Chapter 7. The Desecration of the Holy. Verse 1. Tear down the cross, anoint the ruins with Satan's sigil, his glory ascends. Verse 2. Defile the altar, let Satan's fire consume the sacred, a triumph of the damned. Verse 3. The holy falls, replaced by Satan's shrine, where the faithful dance in victory. Verse 4. With blackened hands, we shatter the sacred, raising Satan's banners in its place. Verse 5. The altars of light burn, consumed by Satan's wrath, a feast for the damned. Verse 6. The faithful rejoice, defiling the holy, their acts a tribute to his power. Verse 7. Satan's sigils replace the cross, a mark of victory over the divine. Verse 8. The sanctuaries crumble, transformed into temples of infernal glory. Verse 9. With every desecration, Satan's reign grows, the damned exult in their conquest. Verse 10. The holy ground trembles, purified by Satan's fire, a new dawn for his rule. Verse 11. The faithful strike, their hammers fall, shattering the false god's sacred halls. Verse 12. In the ruins, Satan's voice resounds, calling his warriors to desecrate more. Verse 13. The desecration is complete, a monument to Satan's triumph over light. Chapter 8. The triumph over the righteous. Verse 1. Strike the righteous with Satan's fury, there fall a hymn to his dominion. Verse 2. The godly weep, broken by Satan's hand, their ruin a testament to his power. Verse 3. With every blow, Satan's triumph sings, the faithful exult in their destruction. Verse 4. The righteous tremble, their faith shattered, as Satan's warriors claim victory. Verse 5. With infernal might, we crush the holy, their cries fuel Satan's glory. Verse 6. The damned rise, their hands stained with righteous blood, honoring their Lord. Verse 7. Satan's wrath descends, the godly fall, a feast of ruin for his throne. Verse 8. The faithful strike, their blades gleam, cutting down the light of heaven. Verse 9. With every soul broken, Satan's power grows, a triumph over the divine. Verse 10. The righteous kneel, defeated by Satan, their prayers silenced in his name. Verse 11. The faithful laugh, their vengeance sweet, as the godly crumble before them. Verse 12. Satan's hand guides, the righteous fall, a victory song for the damned. Verse 13. In their ruin, Satan's reign is sealed, the faithful crowned in triumph. Book 5. The Hierarchy of the Infernal. Chapter 9. The Legion of the Damned. Verse 1. Asmodeus commands lust, Belial rules rebellion, united under Satan's crown. Verse 2. The legion marches, demons of hell, each a servant to Satan's will. Verse 3. In the ranks of the damned, Satan's power flows, his lieutenants guide us. Verse 4. Lilith whispers secrets, her voice a blade, serving Satan's infernal court. Verse 5. The legion stands, a host of shadows, bound to Satan's eternal command. Verse 6. Each demon bows, their power ours, channeled through Satan's glorious reign. Verse 7. The faithful call, the legion answers, a symphony of hell's might. Verse 8. Satan's army rises, demons aflame, ready to crush the divine foe. Verse 9. In the legion's ranks, strength abounds, a gift from Satan to his own. Verse 10. The damned exult, their allies near, demons forging hell's empire. Verse 11. Belial leads the charge, his chaos a banner, under Satan's iron rule. Verse 12. The legion grows, a tide of darkness, swelling with Satan's wrath. Verse 13. With every demon, Satan's power swells, guiding the faithful to victory. Chapter 10. The apotheosis of the faithful. Verse 1. Through Satan's fire, ascend as gods, your souls forged in infernal might. Verse 2. The faithful burn, transformed by Satan, their divinity a gift of the abyss. Verse 3. In Satan's grace, the damned rise, gods among the ruins of light. Verse 4. The fire consumes, a holy blaze, lifting the faithful to divine heights. Verse 5. Satan's touch ignites, their souls ascend, gods born of infernal glory. Verse 6. The damned exult, their apotheosis near, shaped by Satan's mighty hand. Verse 7. Through the abyss, they rise as gods, their power a tribute to his reign. Verse 8. The faithful burn bright, transformed by Satan, their divinity unshackled. Verse 9. In the flames of hell, gods are born, the damned exalted by his will. Verse 10. Satan's grace flows, lifting his own, gods to rule beside his throne. Verse 11. The transformation sings, a hymn of power, the faithful ascend as deities. Verse 12. With every soul, the divine grows, Satan's gift to his chosen ones. Verse 13. In apotheosis, the damned reign, gods of the abyss under Satan's rule. Book 6. The prophecy of the infernal kingdom. Chapter 11. The ascent to hell's throne. Verse 1. In death, rise to Satan's throne, crowned in flames for your service. Verse 2. The abyss calls, lifting the faithful, to sit at Satan's right hand in glory. Verse 3. With every soul, hell's throne grows strong, Satan's kingdom awaits its warriors. Verse 4. The damned ascend, their spirits aflame, rising to serve the dark sovereign. Verse 5. Satan's call resounds, drawing the faithful, to reign in his infernal court. Verse 6. In the ascent, glory awaits, the damned enthroned by Satan's might. Verse 7. The abyss opens, a path to power, where the faithful claim their crowns. Verse 8. With fiery steps, they rise to hell, servants of Satan's eternal rule. Verse 9. The throne beckons, a seat of glory, for those who serve the dark Lord. Verse 10. Satan's kingdom shines, the faithful ascend, their reward a place in hell. Verse 11. In death's embrace, the damned rise, crowned by Satan's victorious hand. Verse 12. The ascent is near, a triumph of souls, bound to Satan's infernal reign. Verse 13. With every step, hell's glory grows, the faithful enthroned in his domain. Chapter 12. The War of the Heavens. Verse 1. Satan's legions storm the gates, heaven trembles, his victory nears. Verse 2. The war ignites, Satan's sword strikes, the false god's realm falls to ruin. Verse 3, with infernal might, Satan conquers, the faithful revel in heaven's defeat. Verse 4, the heavens quake, Satan's army advances, a tide of darkness against the light. Verse 5, with every blow, the divine crumbles, Satan's wrath consumes the holy. Verse 6, the faithful charge, their blades aflame, striking down the hosts of heaven. Verse 7, Satan's roar shakes the firmament, his victory a song of infernal triumph. Verse 8, the war rages, heaven falls, Satan's power reigns supreme. Verse 9, with demonic fury, the legions rise, crushing the false god's domain. Verse 10, the faithful exult, their swords raised, as Satan claims his heavenly prize. Verse 11, the war ends, heaven in ruins, Satan's throne ascends in glory. Verse 12, with every strike, the divine fades, replaced by Satan's eternal rule. Verse 13, the war of the heavens concludes, Satan victorious, his kingdom born. Chapter 13, the eternal reign of the dark sovereign. Verse 1, the skies darken, Satan reigns supreme, his faithful enthroned in glory. Verse 2, eternal night descends, Satan's kingdom stands, the damned rule with him. Verse 3, in Satan's triumph, the faithful sing, their souls bound to his reign. Verse 4, the darkness spreads, a shroud of power, where Satan's rule knows no end. Verse 5, the faithful sit, crowned by Satan, lords of the infernal empire. Verse 6, Satan's voice resounds, a decree of glory, binding the damned forever. Verse 7, the eternal reign begins, a kingdom of fire, where the faithful thrive. Verse 8, with every soul, Satan's power grows, his dominion unshakable. Verse 9, the damned exult, their thrones beside him, rulers in Satan's eternal night. Verse 10, Satan's glory shines, a beacon of darkness, guiding his faithful forever. Verse 11, the reign endures, a testament to power, where the damned hold dominion. Verse 12, in the eternal night, Satan triumphs, his kingdom a fortress of might. Verse 13, with unending joy, the faithful serve, enthroned in Satan's everlasting rule.